Hello Rebel and welcome back to my life. Continuing our video series that we've been doing for the last few Fridays, I'm here to give a synopsis on another one of my book series, and today we're going to talk about the Realm Keepers. The two books so far of the Realm Keeper series were written in 2013 and 2014, and they're the only books where I've had a co-author. They were written with my oldest friend and the guy who got me into indie publishing in the first place, Zach Bulger, who writes under the pen name of ZC. The Realm Keeper series is about 6 young high school students in Rhode Island who all mysteriously fall asleep at the same time in detention. When they wake up, they're in another universe called Midrealm, where they discover they have magical powers. Each one of them is an incredibly powerful wizard and the master of a single element. They're also thrown straight into the middle of a battle with only a cranky old wizard there to explain what's going on. After they survive their first encounter, they're naturally a little curious as to what happened. They learn that they've been selected to be the Realm Keepers, wizards of incredible power whose job it is to defend Midrealm from the forces of chaos. Now, every time they go to sleep on Earth, they wake up in Midrealm and vice versa. The problem is that the war is already going on and chaos has the upper hand. Normally, Realm Keepers have a little bit of an introductory training period where they get to learn how to use their magic, but all of that has gone out the window. Now they have to figure out how to defend this new universe from evil, because if they don't, and if Midrealm is ever overrun, the forces of chaos will also be able to break through into Earth and destroy that as well. But at the same time, they have lives here on Earth, and they can't just abandon them, and they can't tell anybody on Earth what's going on, because of course they will be sent immediately to the nearest psychiatric institution. In many ways, the Realm Keepers books are the most fun series I've ever written. There's a lot more humor and fun in them than in the Underrealm books, for example. They are written specifically for a young adult audience, so if that's not your thing, you might not enjoy them. Realm Keepers was my first foray into fantasy, and those books made me realize that fantasy is what I love to write, and they are the reason that I went on to write the Underrealm series in the first place. Also, unlike all of the Underrealm series so far, the books are written from multiple points of view. In fact, they were originally written and released in episodic format, released as a serialized story that came out week to week. The first episode is told from the point of view of Sarah, the de facto leader of the group. The next episode is from her little cousin Calvin, and so on. Each book, or season, if you want to use television terminology, also ends with a big finale that is 3 times the length of a regular episode and alternates points of view from the different characters chapter to chapter. As a result, the books are pretty big. Here is one of them. That's over 250,000 words of story, so just a little light reading. Now I should let you know that only the first 2 books in the series have been written so far, but there are 6 planned. Zach and I just haven't been able to coordinate our schedules to write the 3rd one yet, but it will happen as soon as we can. However, you do have more than 500,000 words and 1,200 pages of story to read right now, so it's not like there's a lack of content. The Realm Keepers books were written with a very clear influence of the Animorphs series in mind, so if you loved and read those books as a teenager, you will definitely recognize that influence in Realm Keepers. Reviewers have said, and I would agree, that the Realm Keepers books are not necessarily as mature as the stuff that I've written since. They delve less deeply into the themes that I try to explore in Underrealm, and they don't deal with as intensive subject matter, but they are really, really fun. I reread both the books this year, and I forgot how much fun I'd had while writing them. They are adventurous and funny, and every once in a while, really, really earnest and heartfelt. If you haven't already read the Realm Keepers books, there's a link in the description where you can pick up the first book in the series, Midrealm. I hope you've enjoyed this quick summary. Next week, for our last video in this series, at least for now, we will be exploring my single standalone literary novel, Rebel Yell, which is why I call you a rebel, so you might be interested in that. Thank you, Rebel, as always, for watching. If you are a patron, I'm going to be doing yearly recap videos over the next couple of days. They're pretty darn cool, so if you aren't a patron, you might want to find the Patreon link in the description and just give it a little clicky click. Otherwise, do the usual good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all on Monday in the new year. Bye!